Everybody in town knew not to take Miller Road after midnight. There was no sign, no police warning, and no gate blocking the way. Just stories. People said their headlights failed there. Some claimed they drove for miles and somehow ended up right back where they started. Most of us laughed it off. Every small town has a road like that. A road people whisper about, but still dare each other to drive down. I never believed any of it until the night I took Miller Road home from work. It was a Friday, just after midnight. The main highway was closed because of an accident, and Miller Road would cut 15 minutes off my drive. At first, everything looked normal. Cornfields on both sides, no other cars, no houses except the old white farmhouse that had been empty for years. Then my radio cut out, not static, not silence, just one long, low hum, like something vibrating beneath the road. A second later, my headlights dimmed, and a thin gray fog rolled across the pavement. I slowed down and looked up. The sky was wrong. No stars, no moon, just blackness. Then I saw them. 3 pale blue lights hanging over the cornfield in a perfect triangle. They weren't moving. They weren't blinking. They were just there, perfectly still. Before I even realized what I was doing, I pulled over. The second the car stopped, the hum grew louder. My dashboard lights flickered, and the clock froze at 12:17. Then the radio came back on. I expected music. Instead, I heard my mother's voice. She had been dead for 6 years. Soft and shaky, she said, "Don't open the door." I froze. A moment later, her voice came again. "Don't look at them." Outside, the corn began to move. Not from wind. There was no wind. The stalks bent away from something I couldn't see, forming a narrow path from the field straight to my passenger door. Then came the knocking. 3 slow taps against the glass. I turned my head. There was nothing outside the window. No person, no animal, just my reflection. But in the reflection, I wasn't looking at the window. I was looking up at the lights. Then the radio whispered again, and this time it was my own voice. "You already got out." That was enough. I slammed the car into drive and hit the gas. The tires spun, and the road stretched out ahead of me, long and empty. Then I passed the old white farmhouse. A minute later, I passed it again. Then again. No matter how far I drove, I kept coming back to the same place. Each time the blue light seemed closer. My phone buzzed in the cup holder. There was one new photo on the screen. I never took it. It showed my car from above, sitting alone in the middle of Miller Road, with the driver's door hanging open. When I looked back up, something was standing in the road. It was tall, too tall, thin, with arms hanging nearly to its knees. It didn't move as I hit the brakes. The car stopped just short of it. Slowly, it leaned forward until its face was inches from the windshield. Where its eyes should have been, there was only smooth skin. Then the radio spoke in my voice again. "You should have stayed in the car." Everything went white. When I woke up, it was morning. My car was parked in my driveway. The engine was off. My clothes were damp. My nose was bleeding, and every clock in my house had stopped at 12:17. I checked my phone, expecting Saturday. Instead, it was Friday morning again. The same Friday I had already lived. I told myself it had been a dream until I looked at my shoes. Mud covered the soles, along with pieces of corn husk. That night, I locked every door, covered every window, and stayed awake in bed. At exactly 12:17, every light in the house went out. Then I heard 3 slow taps on my bedroom window. I live on the 2nd floor. My phone lit up on the nightstand. One new photo. It showed my house from above. My bedroom window was open, and in the reflection of the glass behind me stood the thing from Miller Road. Beneath the photo was a single message. You looked up